Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new Doctor Who video for today. So this video was requested to me by somebody on Instagram, so asking me if I can talk about my 5 favourite New Who series of Doctor Who. So talking about this, now if you watch my ranking video, we know that I've said all of Classic Who by the time we got to 11th place. So I said all of Classic Doctor Who right there and then. And then I got asked if I can do a video talking about my 5 favourite series from Modern Doctor Who that I, kind of territory thing. So I thought, yeah, you know what, I'm just going to talk about my 5 favourite Modern Who Doctor Who series. Now, these series I consider to be the best of Modern Who. You've got some series that are the worst in Modern Who. You've got some series that are very, very, very terrible. And that's looking at Series 11. You know, look at it, it's like Series 11, yeah, Series 11, good. But the rest of the whole lot of Modern Who is actually kind of good. And I'm going to say this, one series has really moved up in my appreciation for it. And it's it's really in the top 5 now. It's in the top 5. So anyway, let's dive into it. So number 5, in 5th place, I've had to put this one in 5th place. It's good, but I have to admit I really enjoy the previous series a lot more. And it is Series 4. And Series 4 at one point was my all-time favourite David Tennant series, to be honest with you. I have to admit, I love the whole return of the Santarans. I love the return of Davros. I love the return of a Dalek Supreme. The return of Dalek Khan was quite good. But the reign of the series the reason it's really, really great is because I love the pairing between David Tennant and Catherine Tate. They're so brilliantly together. I mean, the whole friendship between the 10th Doctor and Donna really just shine. It shines so much better than Ten and Rose. Yeah, it's so much better to watch than Ten and Rose. But I have to admit, I really do enjoy Series 4. Series 4, it's brilliant. It's got some great moments in there, like Partners in Crime. And of course, you've got the Doctor using Miss Fostum's sonic pen, and he's got a sonic screwdriver. And he goes, do you know what happens if you put together 2 sonic devices? No, nor do I. Let's find out. I have to admit, I really do enjoy Series 4. Tennant and Catherine Tate are brilliant. Bernard Crimmins and the woman that plays Donna's mom are great in this series as well. I mean, I love the whole bit with the Santarans when you kind of see them return and they're going, Salta ha, Salta ha. I can really imagine them doing this in Classic Who if they had the idea to go and do that in Classic Who. But yeah, this is one of my favourite series of Modern Doctor Who. Then coming into 4th place, and this one's really moved down from 2nd place, I have to admit, since I last did this 2 years ago. And it is Series 10. Series 10 has really moved down from 2nd place into 4th place. But now, that's just because some series have really moved up. Series 10, it is the best series to star the 12th Doctor, Mr. Peter Capaldi. Very Earthbound sort of storytelling, a bit like the Pertwee era, where Pertwee era kind of went on for 4 seasons of Classic Who, where you've got the 3rd Doctor stuck on Earth with a few trips of the TARDIS in his 2nd, 3rd and 4th season before you get to season 11 and he starts travelling a bit more out of Earth territory. Now this is very, very much like Pertwee's Doctor, but done with Capaldi, and instead of having 4 series being stuck on Earth, he's got 1 series of him just stuck on Earth. I have to admit, I do like the whole out of space territory, like for Empress of Mars, where they go to Mars after finding a platoon of English soldiers, basically putting God Save the Queen. And of course, that is an Ice Warrior story, which sees the return of the Ice Warriors since 2013. And we get a new introduction to an Ice Warrior, aka the Queen of the Ice Warriors. But this series has done something brilliantly, and it's one of the reasons why I love this series. It's the finale of this series, because one, we have the return of John Sims Master, and I really prefer John Sims Master in this one than I do for the End of Time. I really enjoy the whole character arc with Missy, played by Michelle Gomez, where in series 8 and 9 she's the actual villain, and then in this one she's getting redemption character arc, where basically she's trapped in the vault and she's there thinking of all the time she's killed and everything, and she starts becoming more nicer, which is something I really do enjoy. I really like Capaldi with Matt Lucas. Them two have got some good chemistry there. The whole comedic thing between the two of them is absolutely brilliant. So I really love the way in the scene where you kind of got the Doctor and Nardole in the Return of Doctor Mysterio, where Nardole's putting the TARDIS and he goes, "Oh, you piloted it correctly." He went, "I had a few trips. I ended up in ancient China." I really do enjoy Nardole flying the TARDIS. I really think if the Doctor was going to give anybody to fly the TARDIS, I'm glad it was Nardole, where Clara could sort of handle the TARDIS, where some other companions physically couldn't. I mean, Rose ripped open the time vortex to pilot the TARDIS. Yeah. But I have to admit, I really do enjoy the series. Plus the return of the Mondasian Cybermen as well. The Cybermen from Hartnell's very first story, which is, I've got over here now because I've moved my DVDs around, the 10th Planet, where we got the return of the Mondasian Cybermen in this story. And it's one of the reasons why I really do enjoy Series 10. Series 10 has got to be the best Capaldi series for me. In third place, now this one has really moved up a lot. I'm going to say that it really has moved up. It is, of course, Series 3. So yeah, I've kind of gone from having one Tennant series in my top 5 to having 2. Now this series, I have to admit, I rewatched this one recently and I realised when you're rewatching something and you think, oh yeah, I'm not too fussed on this one, then you watch it again some point later on in your life, which is basically me, because I've just recently rewatched this series before I went back and watched Heaven Sent and Hell Bent last night. So I have got my review coming out on that one at some point, because I really enjoy Heaven Sent and I really think Hell Bent just falls flat on its face. So I have got a review on that one coming out. But Series 3, man, this series, I don't understand why I had so issues with this one. Yeah, okay, the whole Ten and Martha thing doesn't really work, but the storytelling in this series is absolutely done brilliantly. And of course, I love it because where we go from Smith and Jones with the Jadoo and the Plasmaphore, we go to Sherlock, Shakespeare time, and of course you've got the Carrier Knights, which is a really good episode. 14, yes, the 14 Planet, the 14 Ritual. I name you Carrier Knight. I really enjoy that one. Gridlock, I have to admit, I really love Gridlock. I think it's a good one with the face of Bo. And we have the return of the Macra since 1967, and I'm starting to appreciate Gridlock a lot more. Then, of course, we do go to the week 2-parter of this series, which is Daleks in Manhattan, Evolution of the Daleks. I really don't like that 2-parter. I mean, the Daleks basically experiment on humans, turn into pig slaves, and Daleks basically eating Mr. basically doing something to Mr. Diagus to become the human Dalek. I don't know if he actually eats him and takes over his brain or what. I really can't think of what to call that scene where you just see him open the Dalek casing and he goes, "Now, join with me." No, I don't want to. Yeah, I really don't know if Daleks actually just eats him or just does something to his brain and then take over the body. I have no idea. Then, of course, we have the Lazarus Experiment, which is the most boringest episode I can personally say. I mean, Mark Gatiss is the actual actor in this one instead of being a writer. And, yeah, it's not him. I really don't think it's him. I really don't like Lazarus for some reason. I don't know if it's because of the whole CGI thing, which really is out of date by now in 2023. But yeah, I have to say that. Then, of course, we go into 42. I actually have to admit, I'm starting to enjoy 42 a lot more. I mean, the whole burn with me. The sun's alive, Captain MacDonald. The sun's alive. I have to admit, I really do enjoy that one. Human Nature and Family Blood, still my favourite 2-parter of this series. Absolutely amazing. I really do enjoy Blink. Blink is the very first story to feature the Weeping Angels, so that one's going to be a good one. But I have to admit, this series has the fantastic finale, and I've already done my review on this one, which is Utopia, Sound of the Drums, and Last of the Time Lords. I'm going to say this. Now, when I was watching this recently in my rewatch, before I did my review, and I'm like thinking to myself, oh my god, I'm actually enjoying this, because even though I know that Professor Yana is actually the Master, but when you're rewatching it, and you kind of got that build up to the return of the Master opening the fob watch, my god, that is amazing. I mean, they kept that quiet for back in 2007 time. And then, of course, with the regeneration into John Sim. This is my favourite performance of John Sims as the Master. I really enjoy this one, which is why I've had to put Series 10, the next one, down. Because I really do prefer John Sims Master in the finale of series 3 and in series 10 more than I do for the End of Time, which is one of the reasons why I really do not enjoy the End of Time. But yeah, I really do enjoy series 3. It's absolutely a good one, and the best thing is I get to meet Freema Yeagman in a couple of weeks at Telford Comic Con, so I'm probably going to get her to sign this one or the Master DVD. I'm not too sure yet. Then, of course, coming into second place, so my second favourite series of Morden Doctor Who has got to be Series 1. Yes, Series 1 is the series that brought it all back, and do I enjoy it? Yes. Why does it fall down from first place to second place? Well, I kind of enjoyed the next one really more. This series, though, don't get me wrong, it is a brilliant series. I mean, with Christopher Eccleston back starting as the 9th Doctor, bringing Doctor Who back for a whole new generation. Now, this series is actually 18 years old from March the 26th. So from March the 26th, it is 18 years old, and we're 2 years away from its 20th anniversary. 20 years of Doctor Who being back, and I'm hoping we get a multi-Doctor special with Christopher Eccleston coming back, something to celebrate the return of the revival of Doctor Who in 2025. But I have to admit, I really do enjoy the story. Every single episode is fantastic, apart from the one that I really don't like, which is The Long Game. I really don't enjoy The Long Game. I don't know what it is. I really think they waste Simon Pegg as an actor in this one. But the rest of the series is actually quite good. I love the whole return of the Daleks. I love the return of the Autons, the Dalek Emperor's biggest return. I really do enjoy the story, this whole series. And Christopher Eccleston is generally one of the best Doctors in Modern Who. In fact, out of all the Doctors in Modern Who, he's my third favourite after Peter Capaldi and Matt Smith. I really do enjoy Eccleston's performance, and I really want him to return for a future multi-Doctor story on TV. And then, of course, my all-time favourite series of Modern Doctor Who, and this one has really moved up because I have got my review coming out on this series. If you have watched my review on Series 6, I went and watched that one before I went back to watch this series. This one has really got so popular with me because I don't know what it is. It's brilliant, it's fantastic, and it feels so much like a reboot after the Eccleston and Tennant era. And I'm going to be, and you know by that I'm saying it is Series 5. Series 5 is #1 in my all-time favourite Modern Who series. Now, there's a reason for this one. Yes, we've got a whole new showrunner, aka Stephen Moffat. We've got Matt Smith as the 11th Doctor. And I'm going to say this. The 11th Doctor is so much different to the Doctor we get in Series 6 and Series 7. But basically, when we get to the whole trilogy, like Name, Day and Time with the Doctor, the 11th Doctor does kind of go back into the 5th Doctor, into this Doctor's like personality that we have in Series 5. But this series, I have to admit, it's absolutely brilliant. I love it. I mean, the 11th Hour, fantastic, brand new stuff. I really love that. I really love the Beast Below. I really love that story, the Beast Below, when you see the Doctor having that meltdown. He goes, "Nobody human has anything to say to me today." I really love Victory of the Daleks. Not many people do, but Victory of the Daleks, I got such a good appreciation for that story. And it's one of my favourite stories from New Who. I'm going to say that it's one of my favourite New Who Dalek stories. I really love the whole Weeping Angel two-parter, making the Weeping Angels more scary, going around ripping people's throats open and stealing their voice boxes and communicate with the Doctor. The Vampires of Venice, brilliant episode, really brilliant. Amy's Choice, not one of my favourites, but I actually really do enjoy this one more than The Long Game. Then, of course, we go to the Silurian two-parter, which is the Hungry Earth and Cold Blood. Fantastic. Yes, I really don't like the design of the Silurians in this series, but I'm still glad we got them back. And then, of course, after that, we have the Vincent and the Doctor. Now, not many people like Vincent and the Doctor, but I've got a little bit of appreciation for it, so I'm going to let one slide. Then, of course, we have the Lodger in this one with James Corden. I think that's a brilliant episode. I really do like the Lodger. So much better than Closing Time in Series 6. And then, of course, we have the finale of the Pandorica opens and the Big Bang with the whole thing of the alliance of all the Doctor's villains putting inside the Pandorica. The universe blows up because of River piloting the TARDIS, where they think it's only the Doctor because only the Doctor can pilot the TARDIS. How wrong are you, Daleks? I mean, completely. And you're supposed to be the more superior beings in the universe, and you don't even know that the Doctor can train some companions to fly his own time machine? Yeah, that's so stupid. I do kind of like the Cybermen in this one because the Cybermen really have like little cameos in this series, where I think when you get to Series 6 and onwards, they kind of lose their way. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I really enjoy Series 2 a little bit, Because Series 2, even though it's got some really bad episodes, I do like Rise of Simon Age of Steel and Armigos and Doomsday, which are brilliant Simon episodes. I do enjoy The Next Doctor a little bit because of the whole new cyber design for the cyber leader. But then in this one, they kind of go into a little bit of a cameo in the Pandorica Opens, which I'm like, yeah, okay, I kind of enjoy that. And then, of course, we go to Series 6, where they kind of start losing their way until Series 10. But I have to admit, I really do enjoy Series 5. Series 5 is literally the best series of modern Doctor Who. And that is my favourite series of modern Doctor Who. So let's have a little bit of a recap for you. So in 5th place, we have Series 4. In 4th place, Series 10. In 3rd place, we have Series 3, which has really, really grown in my aspects. Then, of course, we have Series 1 in 2nd place. And number 1, we have Series 5. So let me know in the comments, what is your top 5 favourite modern Doctor Who series out of all 13 we've got before we get into the 14th series next year? Let me know in the comments. Please do like, subscribe, share, and join for more awesome Doctor Who content. Thank you for watching, and have a cracking day.